No doubt this is a club ready to handle this challenge on the road tonight. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The sun setting over the busy metropolis of Houston, Texas. And that's where we're coming to you from tonight. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And we welcome in someone who has been writing and communicating NBA basketball thoughts in book, over the air, in podcasts, and on TV, the terrific Bill Simmons. Bill, great to have you.
And now for somebody who's playing a video game at 3 in the morning. That's my next.
Thank
that's
you
the
very
next
much.
phase for me.
But isn't this a great venue for
This is great.
I know.
This is great. They're half asleep. My voice is waking them up.
Bill
excited.
Simmons is terrific.
Yeah. Wake up, wake up. I'm talking to you.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Smith.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, we know that the Rockets begin and end with the offensive wizardry of James Harden, the league's MVP in 2018. Now, some people have said they don't like watching that style with one player dominating the basketball. But, Kevin, James Harden is that good, that talented, that efficient, and that successful. And playing through him may be the best way for the Rockets to be successful as well.
It's tough to stop. You're right, D.A. Thank you. Bill, when it comes to opinions on Russell Westbrook's game, people have a lot of different points of view. What's your thought?
I mean, there's never been a more polarizing player in this generation than him. And I didn't think he was the MVP 2 years ago. I actually thought he was a little underrated last year. I voted for him for second team All-NBA because he just plays hard every single night, and he's frustrating, and he's going to do 7 things in a game that you don't like, and he takes too many shots, and he's hard to play with. But the force of personality and the intensity he has night after night after night in this league where everybody's load management and picking their spots, like I really respect it. So I've come around a little bit. I think I don't know how much longer it's going to last.
He's a warrior, isn't he?
Like one of those football running backs.
Yes.
It's like, oh man. And that's what it's like to watch Westbrook.
That's a good comparison. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Mbah a Moute. Smith is out there with Irving. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's KD in at the power forward position. And for the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Green in at the 3. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Allen's checked in for the Nets. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, every time out, it's a learning experience to some degree, but that's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Greg, it hurts a little more when you play well and fail to close out a game. That was one they should have won.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Bill, in 2009, Kevin Durant was just honorable mention in your book of basketball. Now a decade later, where is he in your evaluation?
Yeah, I remember I did this thing in my book, and it was like the four best bets to crack the pyramid of the top 100, and he was the #1 candidate. It was like he was clearly headed toward Hall of Fame career. I would have him now in the top 15. I think when you look at his first 12 years, the consistency, the scoring stats that he's had compared to all the greats, 2 Finals MVPs. His teams have won every year for 10 years, regardless of where he's been playing. And the All-NBAs, he had everything he's not one of the best 4 forwards ever.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Left side, KD. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Irving. First in assists. First in shooting percentage. And how about his top 10 ranking in free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The pass break chance. Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Nets trail by 4. Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the off season. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people going in free agency, and then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer
coming
leagues
up.
happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Yeah, right. That puts them in the lead. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Smith against Harden. Over in the corner, Green. Just 5 on the clock. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Off with the layup. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes, and just in basketball, so much more in the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals, and you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed.
And it was tape delayed.
My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston, and I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me, and it's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Yeah, right.
They
care about it.
They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox
stuff.
with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Irving kicks to Smith. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Westbrook with the bucket.
Boy, Westbrook has really improved that perimeter game. He has honed it, and it is sharp.
Here's Irving. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Green against Chandler. Shot from 16. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here is Smith. He had a 30-point outing their last game against New York.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
And here's Westbrook after J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Bill, we were talking about how so many NBA players are playing 2K these days and getting to play online against people you don't know.
Yeah.
Can't see.
I remember my buddy Gus, who I played a ton of video games with in the 80s. The first time we could play online against each other was like a really pivotal moment in both of our lives. Sometime in the mid-2000s. We're just like, this is amazing. You're in Connecticut,
How
I'm in
can this
LA,
be?
and we're playing video games. This is great. We've arrived.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Rockets. Then for the Nets, Mbah-a-Moute's checked in for Allen. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Wilson Chandler. Seen a handful of players land the Supermax contract bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. You know, it's so much money and it's such a big part of somebody's salary cap, and you're just kind of handicapped with it. And we've seen John Wall is the worst case scenario, but the situation Charlotte was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team and now his Supermax is $240 million instead of 180. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year for somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position with Giannis, where he's making $55 million a year and the cap's $120. How are you going to put a good team around?
You can't maneuver.
You can't. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the Supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like $32 million or something. Make it so that it's not prohibitive.
A percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his cap figure is 32, even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people can compete better.
And so Houston again turning it over. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. Take a look at the Rockets. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season.
And you know, Houston, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Irving. Durant's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
And this is Durant's game, right? As soon as he catches the ball, he's ready. Pre-shot preparation outstanding.
Westbrook surveying the D. Passes to Harden. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Good on the shot. Irving's got 11 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Harden kicks to Westbrook. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, the aggressiveness of Russell Westbrook setting up that bucket right there. This guy knows how to find the best shot possible.
Pass to Smith. Knocked loose. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Harden, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call, Brooklyn the foul. Houston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The throw good, James Harden.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Irving, and he banks in the layup. 13 points in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Clint Capella has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
As a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Kyrie Irving is out there with Smith. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Bill defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the landing space. And all that stuff, like
well, what would you call
load management. We have all these phrases now. It's like, how did these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start?
I don't know.
Can we just play basketball?
Just like work, yeah. Just you figure, just rest.
What's the thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball. That's another one.
Gathering the
Never
ball.
said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. The shot's good from Jerebko. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
J.R. Smith on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Trailing by 2. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans. They'll match up against the Pelicans. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Sinks the triple. Westbrook's got 10.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Irving's shot is good. Bill, you look at the career path of Kevin Durant. Some guys want to be the man. Other guys want to be a significant part of a bigger picture. He can play a lot of different roles. And he's so good. That's what makes him so, I think, compelling.
Right. He is a guy that can fit into any system and figure out what to do. And I think that's really rare talent. I actually think Larry Bird and Magic Johnson are like that. And I'd be willing to... LeBron is, in my opinion, one of the 3 best players ever. LeBron, you always kind of have to fit into what he's good at. All the teammates that he's had, he's like certain types of guys. Durant is somebody that just loves being part of a bigger team. It doesn't care if he shoots 28 times. Doesn't really want to.
He's so confident in his
wants
own...
to pass.
Yeah.
He's an elite passer, and he's just good at everything. And I don't think he gets enough credit for that. You look at like your 2K rating. What would be a bad part of his 2K rating? He's good at everything.
14 feet away, and the shot is long.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Westbrook finds Harden. The pass to Jerebko. Brooklyn with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
Here's Irving, and the layup falls. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets. Bill, if you were building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
Still
turning
young enough
25
and-
this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I think.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Harden the pass to Cauley Stein. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Irving dishes to Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Irving against Westbrook. Gordon the pass to Jerebko. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Irving finds Harris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Well, you put it away inside. Harris known for his distance shooting, but you love to see him willing to get inside and make easy ones.
Here's Westbrook. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Tries from 10. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Timeout.
Kevin Durant does such a good job of reading the defense and attacking any weakness he might anticipate.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. P.J. Tucker comes in for Jonas Jerebko. Green, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And then for Brooklyn, Garrett Temple is checked in for Harris. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Smith. The drive by Green. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jared Allen. Twice on the pipe, send it back.
Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can
All
always
right.
stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here anytime
I
you
want
want.
to stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
Well, Doris, you read most reporters. They try to stay impartial, but not Bill Simmons.
Well, I think that's what makes him special, Kevin, right? He has his own lens through which he sees things, and he is unafraid to give you his opinion.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Left side, Durant. It's over Tucker. Durant, no good. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 2. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
To the paint, here's Tucker. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, he has that great combination of strength and athleticism. Tucker loves to attack the rim.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing, Greg. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Basket counts.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Now, here is Harden from deep three-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Brooklyn ahead, up by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 17 points and a crazy number of assists. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted. Strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Nets with the lead. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. In the corner, it's Westbrook. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Brooklyn's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russell's career.
And the foul called on Jared Allen. That is his first foul of the game. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Mbamute. Capella against Allen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Here's Durant, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And the wide open shot from Green. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And now an 8-point Rocket lead.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Irving, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on James Harden.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets.
I think you know that Kyrie Irving has such great love and passion for the game of basketball. This guy is on fire to get better.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
Nets trail by 11. On the wing, Harris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his assist totals piling up, 11 now for him. Irving against Westbrook. Yep, it counts. Westbrook's got 15 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, Kevin Durant is now able, because of increased strength and physical ability, able to absorb contact and play through it.
Westbrook against Irving. Harden the pass to Capella. Over Allen. And Houston again with the bucket.
And ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession. Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in, Kevin.
Harden scanning the floor. He sinks the 11-footer. Harden's got 20.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
You know this. Kyrie Irving, when he has the hot hand, is lethal. On a night-by-night basis, he is an absolute matchup nightmare.
From about 16, and that one hits back iron. And Joe Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
The handles, the burst, almost impossible to stay in front of Kyrie on the drive.
Houston leading by 6. Outside Westbrook, over Irving. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Irving double team. It's tipped. Stolen by Tucker. Outside Westbrook. Makes it off the glass. He's got 17.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Irving finds Allen, and they pick up 2.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Houston's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And the dunk by Capella.
He may not be the, quote, pure point guard in the traditional sense, but the passing game of Russell Westbrook is so impactful.
Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Kyrie Irving. And for Houston, they're shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Lob pass to Capella. It's stolen by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
And guys, you have to be careful in how you guard Smith. He's so good at drawing contact.
The Nets shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight for the Rockets. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Gordon comes in for Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. The Nets also changing it up. Mbah-a-Moute's checked in for Jared Allen. Karis LeVert comes in for Joe Harris. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
Looking now at some numbers for J.R. Smith. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 2nd in scoring. And he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will. 2nd best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Jared Allen's checked in for Mbah-a-Moute. Pass to Dinwiddie. Stolen by Westbrook. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Rivers has got the ball.
How about the instincts of Russell Westbrook on the defensive end? Gives his teammate an easy chance there.
Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. Smith against Rivers, and J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. Goes up off the inbound. And that one is off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
And Doris, you're right. Those picks you're referring to surrendered by the Nets in their 2013 trade with the Celtics.
And think about it, Kev. That transaction was one in a string of trades by the Nets, trading their picks for veterans. This 2019 draft, only the 2nd time the Nets controlled their pick in the last 9 years. What they have achieved in the face of that is nothing short of remarkable.
Poke loose. Here's Westbrook. Plays it up and banks it in. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the 2nd half.
If Westbrook senses even a sliver of space, he is going to attack the cup.
That's a 2 from Smith. Again, the Nets for 2. There's 53 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Westbrook against Irving, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Now Westbrook, 19 points in the game. Rivers gets a wide open look. Off target from 3-point range. Nets trail by 6. Feeds it to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Irving against Westbrook. It's Rivers on the wing. Another miss by Houston. And that does it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the 4th quarter. Rockets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. They've led by as many as 11 points. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Wilson Chandler out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Smith. And it's Mbamute in at the center, locking down the middle. Irving passes to Chandler. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Smith.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Now the Rockets with it. Lob pass to Capella. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To tie it up. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. About a minute. Played here in the fourth quarter. Westbrook against Irving. Fires at the elbow. And it's Houston with another.
We know this, Kevin. This mid-range game has always been attached to Russell Westbrook.
Irving attacking. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, you talk about the all-time great below-the-rim finishers. Kyrie Irving is on that list. He can use either hand. So much English. This guy is tough.
The first free throw is good. Inodorus, as great a scorer as he is, Kyrie Irving doesn't draw a ton of fouls.
Kevin, I think that has everything to do with his elusivity. This is a young man who can finish with either hand, can get separation on any defender. This is the one thing you'd say about Kyrie Irving. He does not initiate contact around the rim. You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Durant, and finished off by KD.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
The Rockets trail. Westbrook with it. Passes it to Rivers. To the middle. Here's Chandler. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Good work defensively by KD. Wound up there for Allen. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Jared Allen understands where to pick his spots. Really nicely done on that.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Inside. Here's Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Durant, that's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Rockets trail by 4. Outside Westbrook. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got 11 rebounds in the game. Down low, stolen by Rivers. And it's Houston on the break. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Durant finds Irving. To the middle. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Nets lead by 4.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
To the paint. Here's Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And that one's good, Irving.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
If you talking
Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Chandler. Green comes in for Eric Gordon. And James Harden subbed in for Austin Rivers. Garrett Temple has checked in for the Nets. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnovers. It's slowly becoming a problem.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Irving, no problem doing the dirty work and coming away with a rebound.
Well, Doris, you knew that his free agency would be one of the biggest stories of the summer. Everyone tried their best to land Kevin Durant.
And even considering the injury, anyone would be willing and able to take Kevin Durant on their roster. Why? Because when he's healthy, you become an immediate contender.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really since we came out of the half.
Smith against Harden. The Rockets again can't hit. Nets leading by 7. Irving double team from 8. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Pass to Cauley Stein. Outside, Green to end the run. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Count that bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Rockets trail by 9. To the inside. And it's Green with the jam.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Boy, picking Jared Allen, number 22, back in 2017 has paid off for the Nets. This guy has proven already in his early 20s to be an NBA caliber starting center.
We get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Nets leading by 7. And Jared Allen grew up in the Austin area and played near his home at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Kev, just one season with the Longhorns. He really came into the league considered a project. But boy, his development is truly ahead of schedule.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Feet away. A rebound by the Nets. Irving double team. Now here's Durant, guarded by Tucker. Smith on the wing. Stolen by Harden. Here's Westbrook. And the dunk by Westbrook.
The seasoned veteran, the big shot maker, Russell Westbrook.
Timeout called the Nets. Houston making a switch. Capella's checked in. And the Nets also making a change. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Garrett Temple. Irving passes to Durant. Shoots over Tucker. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Irving. Durant's got 8 here in the quarter.
Boy, there is an ease with which Kevin Durant plays the game. This guy knows I can score from anywhere right now.
Rockets trail by 7. Here's Westbrook. Here's Harden on the wing. From past the arc. Allen with the rebound. Allen's.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here's Chandler from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Chandler's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Just terrific vision right there from Smith to keep the ball moving for a score.
From deep, Harden. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Here's Tucker. Off the left rim and out. Nets leading by 9. Irving kicks to Smith. Over Harden. For the three. And it's J.R. Smith with the three. Smith's got 27 points.
And that's JR's specialty right there. The defense can't let him have a shot. I don't care what kind of range he's in.
Harden against Smith. It's Harden with the drive. Excellent D there from Allen.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
Yeah, this has got to be one of the most rewarding wins they'll have this season. They could have easily gone quietly, but they fought back so hard.
They really did. And I think it shows a little bit of the character of this group, and that's a testament to them. When things seem to be their most difficult, they have a way of rallying around one another and looking to be at their best.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 50 wins on the year now.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, Greg, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and an intentional foul right there. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Nets, J.R. Smith. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 8. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
Some call them wins and lessons. Coach not wasting any time making his point.
Well, maybe not his time, but this game is certainly finished. Let's get it over with.
Rivers passes to House. Now here's McLemore outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
from deep. Misses the shot. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Night and day for the defense. What was better in the second half?
Well, early in the game, they got some easy threes, 4 or 5 threes. And they're a great shooting team, and they're great in the paint. So we just had to make a second effort. I think the only adjustment we made was playing harder. And we just got to continue to keep playing together on both ends.
Yeah, Chuck Daly used to always say defense is all about effort, and you showed it tonight. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with